Charles Birchfield painting. He's the essential Midwestern artist. He's us. Look at that. And I bet you will say, yeah. And what you see from that, particularly in Birchfield, is you see both the sense of the kind of orderly space, because he was a painter and also a wallpaper maker, so he was used to order. And also that sense of, because there's an underlying almost terror in Birchfield's work, which is a part of life. And you'll see that with the aha, too.
Hello, I'm Nancy Bruce. If you are already a patron of the arts, probably you're very familiar with these surroundings and with names like Charles Birchfield, Andrew Wyeth, Henri Matisse. Probably you already value the arts, painting, sculpture, dance, music, and theater, and integrate them into your lives. If you are already a patron of the arts, stay with us. What you're about to see, the stories you're about to hear, the people you're about to meet, will give your vision new meaning. But for those of you who have not been exposed to art in a meaningful way yet, what you're about to see is extremely important, vitally important to you as individual human beings and as members of a larger society. How important is art to us as human beings?
I think it's vital to our sense of humanity. I don't think you're a human being without participating in creating things, without participating in reshaping your environment, without participating in understanding what the environment is, and all of those things are art. And the humanly created environment is art.
Most of us, unless we make our livings as artists, tend to take a pretty casual approach to art. It's entertainment, a distraction, a diversion from daily life, a luxury. That is a mistake.
Hello, everybody. Yes, this is me again, King David D. And today I come to share with you about something that I had an experience with. I was talking with a young lady on a bus, and I mentioned something about how people in this society that have strong positions in the society, where you would see them on different types of television shows, movies, whatever. And one of the lines that you would hear them speak would be, well, you will never work another day in your life in this city. And and she said, no, I don't believe that that's possible. And I had to respond to her by saying, oh yes, sweetheart, it is very, very much possible. And they do. Even though they may not say it straight out to you, they can do it to an individual without even telling them, just out of some type of spite, and not necessarily even mention it. And the individual would be going about their life every day, not understanding what's going on. Why is this happening to me?
I think any society does this. You go through a period of development and struggle, and when you reach your goals, you begin to relax. And what we forget is that when we relax and we pass on to our children the idea now is the time to relax, we don't give them goals to strive for. But to me, the question is, can we get back to and accept the idea that the only life that's worth living is one in which you're striving for something?
Are you saying that art, facilitate survival?
Oh, yes, of course. Sure, it's part of survival. Particularly under the most trying circumstances, art comes out.
Well, what it would be is that in this society, we have this thing that is a systematic structure that can orchestrate an individual's existence and manipulate people, places, and things to keep it in order. If you can understand what I'm saying. Keeping things in order where that individual will be looked upon as someone that is either underqualified, incompetent, and just all the way around unacceptable. To be able to hold a position in any types of way in this community, in this city, in this United States of America.
Trying certainly describes the circumstances that prevailed in the life of artist David Dixon several years ago when he found himself seeking help at Kalamazoo's overnight shelter for the homeless.
At that time, I was trying to get in recovery because I was in the shelter. I had decided that I wanted to do something about my life, that I wanted to, I didn't want to die.
I think David was somebody who had really been chewed up by the streets and by addiction, and really was a place where he was either going to live or die.
It was the influence of Peter Bottani that saved David's life.
I was just doodling one day and drawing obstacles, a picture that I have on the wall called Obstacles. Few people, we looked at the picture as a sort of like a joke. But I was serious about my feelings of that particular dude. And it was, what was I trying to say with the, all these different obstacles coming at this man and his hands extended out. And I said, well, this is the way things come at us, Yeah, we laugh and joke. Peter seen my sketches, and he noticed that I had an ability to do figures and to draw, capture people's expressions facially. And he asked me if I was interested in doing some work for the shelter. And I told him, yeah.
One of these ways orchestrating an individual life is where an individual might be trying to find work, but just can't seem to find any. Can't seem to find anyone to hire them. Where all around them they see people getting hired every day. Now, why is this? And is it possible that this manner of conduct in our society can be banned and outlawed? Yes, it can. But this is where I was speaking about some time ago on one of my videos, where I was telling about who and what is the Illuminati. Now, we got this understanding that the Illuminati is only functional in the entertainment world. No. Or in the upper crust individuals that's making millions of dollars. No. It is very much alive, keeping individuals living in the below poverty level and keeping them at that level. So they're very instrumental from the lowest to the highest. So please understand that this do exist. And rather, if it seems as though it can't be, this is where I speak about the world that involved me. Your Father God's Son, me, King David D.
I saw something that he was trying to express about his experience, and I really saw him trying to struggle to get out from under what was oppressing him, really. And I remember that, and that was really the thing, that. And I went to him and I said, I really think, you need to do this more, and would you like to do a larger painting for us at the shelter? And that's really kind of what started it.
What got started is nothing short of miraculous. David Dixon began to paint. His messages were dramatic, inspirational. So much so that in 1991, he received a $2,000 grant to fund his artistic efforts, part of a Kalamazoo Arts Council outreach program designed to reach into the heart of our community and revitalize the undiscovered talent coursing through it. From the shell of a human being, admittedly addicted to cocaine and alcohol, who had spent time in prison for shoplifting and stealing, emerged a man of dignity and integrity and immense talent.
I have experienced these things firsthand, and I know that it functions in this world among us every day in this land. So, when you see someone walking down the street and you see them going in garbage cans, you see them searching, or see a guy, digging down in the trash for bottles and cans to sell, or whatever the case may be, and you see the individuals at the homeless shelters, and you see the guys that are continuing to go back and forth into prison, and the women that are constantly in and out of the homeless shelters, and all this other unacceptable manner of life in which that we frown upon every day. We frown on it, but far as taking measures in the direction of doing something about it, no one cares. No one wants to take the responsibility. Not even the people that are here in this society today that says that they are the ones that's supposed to stand in the little man's behalf and to advocate for them. So, it's not always having someone to advocate for you, because in the society today, the people that say that they're advocating for you are only advocating for those who has advocated for them. And if you don't have anyone to advocate for you, and you go trying to represent yourself, you're fighting a lost cause. I'm trying to tell you this. I know from experience.
Reverend Otha Gilliard helped inspire David's recovery.
What role do you think his artistic expression plays in his recovery process?
I think it's central to his recovery process. He's an artist, and that's central to him.
What I want you to do is come up with some design.
Also central to him is David's desire to give to others the same kindness that was extended to him. Every Friday, David spends his afternoons showing the children at Lincoln International School how to find their own talents. An outreach effort also coordinated by Kalamazoo County.
All right, I'm going to set an example on Antoine's paper right here, okay? How you can do it, all right?
And for him to go through that and then to have hope and to not grow angry and to not grow bitter and then to be able to express something of a higher vision or a higher hope about his life to other people, I think was a gift.
Facing the reflections of the images in my road and time, seeing all my ins and outs to love and peace of mind. I know my key is just up ahead to whereupon I'll find my home in which I'll make my bed. But until I finally make it there, my collective thoughts are just a prayer. Pieces of dreams of how it was, how it is, and how it will be. If I have control up over my heart, then I have control over me. If I can sustain control of love, then I will sustain my destiny.
Along the way is when you find the key. Just because you may have a key to something doesn't necessarily mean that you're in the door.
Do you have the key?
I feel that I've found the key. I found my answer. And my answer is God.
And has the door been unlocked yet?
I'm moving in that direction.
And this is why I'm writing my book that's called Man-Made Purgatory. This is what causes an individual to never live in the functional society as we know how it is today. They are completely banned out of the mainstream in society. They are not looked upon too respectfully by their children. They're not accepted by the institution of marriage. They are always looked upon as being someone that's just tolerated. Only tolerated, you know. So, keep that in mind. This is King David D. Once again, telling you to always stay free. Speak your mind all the time. Pray every day and ask the Lord if He will make a way. This is me again, King David D, signing out. And may God bless. Remember, never rest until you get the best. Amen.